Good evening. Philippine sports is on fire, and we're diving into the action to explore exciting leagues and emerging stars. Hello, I'm Paulo Del Rosario.
And I'm Boom Gonzalez. Get ready to witness the empowerment of young athletes as we kick off our conversations with the rising stars from the Rebisco Volleyball League.
Now, let's get going. It's all about empowerment when we talk about the rise of young talents. Now, here with us to talk about the Rebisco Volleyball League for young athletes are Gian Chuatico, Shane Dimaano, and Jamuel Cadosales, also known as Adi.
Adi. We will call her Adi
You'll call her Adi today. Hello. First of all, welcome to the studio. Thank you for coming in your uniforms.
Yes.
I know you're ready to play. Malamig dito.
Ang lamig!
I don't know how you're doing it. Gian, I want to start off with you because the Rebisco bringing in all of these athletes in your age group, age bracket, I'm sure must be exciting para makita mo how the quality is in different places sa Pilipinas.
I think it's very exciting to see a lot of different teams coming in for Rebisco Volleyball League so that we are challenged to compete with other teams. And I think it inspires me to work harder and to play harder here and to expose my talents here in Rebisco Volleyball.
Wait, so tama ba yung narinig namin, Shane? This is 400 schools all in all?
Yeah.
And then obviously that whittles down pa-konti ng pa-konti going into the finals. Can you tell us how competitive this whole thing is for those who don't know?
Actually, this is our first time here in Rebisco Nationals.
Yeah.
Which hindi naman po talaga namin na-expect na super ang ganda ng flow ng games, ng sobrang competitive. Bawat puntos super hirap makapatay. Lahat ng bola aangat, lahat ng bola hindi mamatay agad-agad. So it's very, very exciting when you play with different teams, lalo na pagkasama sila sa nationals.
Right.
Yeah. Adi, when you are exposed to all of this talent, how have you already felt yung improvement mo? Just being around all of these other athletes, being around this type of competition.
For me po, the pressure is there po kasi playing with a lot of teams in this league po, champion po kasi lahat eh. So the pressure is there po and I'm really grateful lang po kasi nandito po kami and also this is my first time po being here in Rebisco po.
Right. Was it your first time also, Gian? No.
Po, we competed last year.
Last year already. So ikaw na yung vet. Dito sa couch, ikaw na yung vet. Okay, so tell us about the experience from last year to this year. Well, what can you share with us in terms of the difference of your personal experience from the last 2 years?
I think for me, I'm a player from the province and I think it's harder to compete here because knowing that Rebisco Volleyball League allows us to showcase our talents
Right.
here.
Yeah.
And for me, it allows us to expose ourselves in the national level and tumataas yung level of play namin with that experience for us to be able to compete and keep up with Manila teams.
Right. Let's just also say that, you know, when girls and the athletes say that they came from the province, let's also realize that a lot of our superstars are from the
Yes.
provinces. Your school, which is
Bacolod High School.
maraming superstars
Yes.
na nanggaling from your school, being scouted by the UAP, di ba? That go into Manila. So I just want to put it out there, Pao, no?
Yeah,
na,
no, tama.
Ganyan ang we look at these as athletes regardless of where they're coming from because yun nga, ang labanan ngayon is looking for them in the corners of the country, di ba?
Tama. And of course, na-mention mo kanina, exposure. Exposure is an important word here kasi nasa-showcase yung talents ninyo eh. Shane, how important is that for you and your teammates to be able to show off what you can do sa level na to?
Kasi for us po, parang biyaya na sa amin yun. Nabigyan kami ng chance to play, to show everyone what we are capable, na ipakita namin sa lahat kung gaano kahirap yung training namin, na we deserve the spot na nakabot po kami dito.
So, okay, Adi, tell us about so far this year, your first time, sabi mo, no? So tell us about your experience so far. What has been the more exciting parts of the tournament para sa inyo?
Rebisco po, the league is really competitive po. The champions is the champion all team po. Para po sa akin, yung exposure na po ito para po sa amin. Malaking biyaya din po sa aming team. And then, our team is composed of young athletes pa rin po eh. So, we're really blessed po to be in this league po.
And what's what's the big picture para sa'yo? Yung parang, ano bang intention mo in terms of, the sport of volleyball? Is this something that you are going to take seriously going forward? Ito ba lalo na napakatindi ng volleyball ngayon sa Pilipinas. Ano yung dream mo dito?
Honestly po, yung volleyball po is yung secondary ko lang po na para ma-achieve ko yung pong goal ko po in life. I use volleyball po to get scholarship from other schools here in Manila po to achieve my common goal po. So, I always give my best in playing po. Kahit ano pong mangyari po, I always give my best
I'm
po.
sure sinisilip na kayo ng mga...
Yeah. Kaya nga exposure eh, di ba? Yun yung
Sinisilip na yan
importante.
ng mga,
We have
academy.
executives ba tayo
From
dito?
the academy, yung tumitingin na dyan.
True. And Shane, is that the same for you? What does volleyball mean for you?
Well, volleyball is my first priority talaga po.
Okay.
Kasi my family, kasi parang lahat ng family ko na mas matanda is lahat varsities, lahat may scholar. So parang nasa blood na po talaga. So sobrang blessed na din po kasi nung una I didn't know you can have scholars pag varsity ka. So sobrang thank you din po kasi natutulungan ko yung parents ko and yung family ko.
Of course. And then you play the game that we all love, which is volleyball. Bacolod is such parang spawning ground also of great volleyball talent. Meron ka bang mga particular na iniidolo na Ilonggo? Specifically na Ilonggo muna. Yun muna. And then maybe we'll go to mga ibang examples
general,
later. Pero yung mga Ilonggo muna, marami yan.
I think, as far as I remember, si Bianca Ilongga.
Okay.
Yan, si Ate.
Si Bionic Ilongga.
Bionic Ilongga.
Yes, of course. Si
Yeah,
Joey,
yeah.
Ate Jobs.
Yeah.
Yes
Okay.
po siya.
Yes, Ate
She
Jobs.
plays very well.
Yes.
And I
Yeah.
think mautak po siya.
Sobra.
So I think that's what keeps me to idolize her more.
Yeah.
Kasi
Okay.
mautak talaga.
Okay.
So, yun.
Adi, is there anyone you look up to?
Sino mga, pag-usapan natin yung mga idol natin.
In PVL po, I really look up to Gia Morado po.
Okay.
Okay, bakit siya?
Since bata pa po ako, idol ko na po talaga siya. And ever tinayo sa game, I really watch. And whenever we have training, yun, ginagawa ko po lahat ng natutunan ko po sa game niya. And then pinapractice ko at saka ginagawa ko din sa game ko po.
Siguro namimiss mo si Gia ngayon. Hindi ka napapanood dahil nasa Japan, ano?
Yeah.
Okay. Shane, we'll ask you the same thing. Who are you looking up to? Who are you patterning your game? If there's anyone?
Siyempre po, pinaka-ano po talaga, Eliza Valdez. Lalo na po yung leadership niya kahit nung na-injured siya, she was still there. Like, ramdam na ramdam pa rin yung presence niya kahit na nasa labas siya ng court. Yung leadership niya, yung playing attitude niya, gustong-gusto talaga po i-adapt hanggang sa college.
Naabutan niyo ba siyang maglaro sa college? Did you get to see? Because this is a new
Yeah,
batch.
yeah.
We have to remember na ibang batch na to kausap
Walang
natin.
age reveal.
Diba?
Oo.
Naabutan niyo ba siya maglaro sa
Yeah,
college? Or puro YouTube na lang ba? Or you really watched her play even nung
Nakapanood
college?
po ako ng isang game.
Isang game.
Yun, naabutan pa. Kahit
Pwede na.
paano.
Tapos inulit-ulit ko na lang po, yun yung service niya kalaban yung De La Salle University.
Of course.
Na last one na yung De La Salle, and then nag-service si Eliza, wala siyang kaba, wala siyang takot, nag-ace yung service. Sobrang manghang-mangha ako sa tapang niya.
See, it's so interesting, Pao. When I hear stories like this, kasi parang one moment sometimes, it has an effect on athletes.
Parang loop sa utak nila.
Oo.
Like in their memory and it's the forming moment.
Yeah,
Gian, we talked about yung idol mo na from na Ilongga, pero in general.
Ngayon,
For me po, same sa kanya. Eliza Valdez and Ara Galang po.
And
Ara Galang.
I used to watch them.
Magka-batch
back
pa halos.
then.
Oo.
Yes po. I used to watch them back then nung UAAP days pa nila. Their rivalry kasi maganda.
Yes, exactly.
So, were you a fan of Ateneo or Lasal? Big question to, ah.
Lasal.
Okay.
Well, speaking of schools, meron ba? Usually, tinatanong din natin
That's
yung
true.
mga athletes pag tapos na sila, di ba? Ano yung mga naging dream school nila? Do you have any, Addy?
Yes po, since when I was young, Ateneo is really my dream school.
Ateneo.
Yes
Okay,
po.
well, Gia, I suppose,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Is it the same for you, Shane, or is there a different answer, knowing that
Remember,
you are
you're wearing green
white?
right now. Oo.
Ateneo po talaga, since the beginning. Ateneo.
Is it because of Eliza also, or the school itself?
It's because of Eliza.
Really? Oh, that's such a
Sabing
nice.
epekto talaga ni Eliza, no?
How about you?
And same, Gian?
Yeah, I've always dreamed of playing for LaSalle. Yeah.
For LaSalle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
there you
boarding
go.
school.
And you're a middle blocker, right?
Yes po.
Yeah.
Taft Tower,
Yep.
automatic, right?
I was gonna say, can I just say she's 5'11"
Yeah,
today?
exactly.
Okay, she's
Ang galing ni
5'11"
Coach
today.
Ramil sa mga Taft Towers.
That's true.
Sinasabi
That's
ko
true.
lang.
All right, girls. Before we let you go, I just want to ask how are you approaching yung Rebisco league na to? Like, especially considering that not everyone gets this opportunity, this chance. Gian, I know it's your second time, but how are you approaching it this time?
I think with this experience, I feel very excited, and I think it challenges me more to work harder. And because kasi kasama namin yung mga top teams of the country, so it challenges me to do my best and play my best so that I can showcase more of myself
All
in
right,
this
girls.
tournament.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Shay.
Go ahead.
For me po, sabi ko nga kanina, it was our first time sa team ko, sa coaches ko, first time po namin sa nationals. So, lahat talaga kami nagulat kung paano maglaro lahat. And lahat naman siguro, nag-aim na mag-champion, na mag-aim
Of course.
maglaro sa championship title. Well, hanggang ngayon naman po, nag-pray pa din kami, though may nangyari lang na mga bagay na hindi na-expect. Pero still, laban pa rin, puso at isip pa din po ang dinadaanan.
All right. And last but not least,
As I said po earlier po, we're first-timers here po. We're just really blessed po and grateful that we're here in the Rebisco. And though po na marami kaming natutunan sa lahat ng teams po, and we're really open to improvements, learnings po na magagamit po sa aming upcoming tournaments naman po.
They're also so articulate in terms of how they answer at
Oh,
such a
yeah.
young age.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we're going to be seeing them in this couch in years to come. I have a feeling they'll be battling each other in years to come. This is going to be exciting.
maybe a couple in blue, maybe
Yeah,
one in green.
you never know.
You never know.
Good luck, stay healthy, and thanks for coming tonight. Great to meet you.
Thank you
Thank
po.
you.
Thank you, thank you.
po.
I have a feeling that won't be the last time we'll
Nope,
be chatting
it
with
will
them.
not be.
Yeah, after the break, we shift to the hard court this time as we talk about the latest updates from the upcoming B.lEague All-Star Weekend. Stay tuned, you're watching the game. Welcome back to the game. The Japan B.lEague All-Star Weekend is upon us, and our Pinoy Hoopers are leading the charge for the Asia lineup. Joining us live from Japan is our correspondent, Randolph Leongson. Hello! Good evening. Good evening, Aba. Yes, and welcome to the show, Randolph. Is Randolph with us?
Good evening, Boom.
There
Good
you
evening,
go.
Pao. Yeah, good evening dito. Advance kami 1 hour.
Hey, okay, wait. First of all, Randolph, for those who don't know, right, the format of the B.lEague All-Stars, obviously, frame of mind ng karamihan ng Pinoy, di ba? Pag sinabing All-Star, NBA is the peg, that's the template. Can you tell us how it's going to be for the B.lEague? What are the differences? What are the similarities? And tell us what are we about to expect other than, of course, that Pinoy lineup.
Very kakaiba yung format ng B.lEague dito sa Japan. The Saturday game, sinasabi nila yung Asia All-Stars where 10 Filipinos will play together with the other Asian All-Stars coming from China, like si Liu Xuanxing ng Bay Area Dragons, players from Korea, kasama nila doon sa lineup na yun. They will play against the rising stars of Japan, yung mga batang players talaga. And then the Sunday game, yun na yung nakasanayan nating All-Star game na nakikita natin sa PBA, nakikita natin sa NBA.
Right.
So that's the best Japanese players, kasama na rin yung imports. And the thing with the Japanese B.lEague is very marami yung naturalized players nila. They are all included dun sa Sunday All-Stars. So it's 2 sets of All-Stars. This is the 3rd year that they're doing the Asia All-Stars versus the Rising Stars game. So it really offers a lot para sa mga fans ng Japanese basketball and Filipino basketball fans too.
Dolph, you take a look at the lineup para sa Asia. Again, you mentioned it a while ago, 10 Filipino players. Just how excited, do you have a sense of yung excitement ng mga Filipino fans? Because wherever Filipino representation is, especially sa basketball, biglang lumalabas lahat ng mga kababayan natin overseas.
Actually, I was discussing it with Macho Right kanina. Sabi nga niya, he considers Okinawa parang probinsya, parang Batangas nga daw eh. But kahit na very sleepy itong taon na to, they can really feel yung energy, yung excitement ng mga tao. Actually, right now, we're at the Grand Mer Hotel, kung saan billeted yung players, yung buong delegations nandito. But at Okinawa Arena, merong parang tinatawag silang B.lEague All-Star Park na merong festivities na nangyayari doon. And I've heard yung Filipino community here in Okinawa is very active and very excited to cheer on yung mga players natin. And we're expecting to meet them, especially tomorrow pag nagsimula na yung laro.
Alam naman natin, kung pinag-uusapan ng probinsya, sa probinsya nga lagi puno yung mga, di ba, yung mga all-stars. So siguro ganyan din naasahan natin. Let's pick a couple of stories, Dolph, in your mind that stand out here, especially with our Philippine representation. Dwight, of course, the captain. I know he missed last year because of injury. Carl Tamayo coming from a great game in the EASL. RJ Abarientos, di ba, in one of the side events. Tell us about some of these stories that we're going to look out for na proudly Pinoy.
Well, unahin ko na si Dwight Ramos. He's currently undergoing sa media interview with the online media. We're looking to talk to him later. Very inspired si Dwight to play. Especially, balita natin, merong special someone na pupunta dito to cheer him on. He's very motivated. I know. Muntik nga namin makasabay eh. Nausod nga lang daw yung ticket for today. But yes, Kim Kiana D will watch tomorrow. She will watch Dwight and support Dwight. Actually, hindi lang si Dwight. Meron kaming nakasalubong kanina sa lobby. Si Ray Parks, may special someone din kasama. Si Zainab Haraki, kasama niya rin dito. Also, we went around town kanina. Grabe yung suporta nitong Okinawa dun sa home team nila, which is yung Ryukyu Golden Kings. Si Carl Tamayo is featured heavily together with his teammates dun sa mga placements nila sa mall. So, ramdam na ramdam mo yung pride ng mga fans. And I think I was able to chat RJ Abrientos kanina. Since this is his first time playing in the B.lEague All-Star Games, since first season niya rin, galing siya Korea, sabi niya ibang-iba. Sabi ko, ang payat-payat mo, RJ, kakaiba eh. So, kumbaga, it really, it feels like a celebration. Parang, ngayon, build up pa lang, pero parang tomorrow, it feels like parang gilas nga yung maglalaro because 10 players na galing Pilipinas and Kumbaga, alam mo, manggagaling sa players natin, magsisimula sa players natin. And that was the case last year. We're expecting the same this year sa Asia All-Stars versus Rising Stars game.
Randolph, kawawa naman si Dwight. He was expecting KKD. He got you instead. But apart from that, of course, you take a look at the fact that all of these players, nakikita natin when they are together, they always spend time together, at least during the halftime and every break during the quarter. Pero ngayon, nagsasama-sama silang lahat. 10 Filipinos, as you mentioned in the lineup. How excited are they to be alongside each other for this particular event?
Actually, yun nga some of these players were able to team up sa national team. I was chatting with Macho kanina, sabi ko, you feel like you're the oldest one. They call me sensei here. Mga ganon eh. Iba yung atake nila, iba yung camaraderie pa rin. And you can really feel it na they may be playing in foreign land, but the bond, the camaraderie, and yung kumbaga yung usual Pinoy spirit lang talaga, nararamdaman mo parang alam mo magkakalaban to sa court magkakaibang team pero this is their chance midway through the season to really doze off, medyo bakasyon na konti, but still give the people a show they deserve. So yun yung inaasahan natin, and alam mo naman ng mga Pinoy players natin, natural showman yung mga yan. So kumbaga they're expecting, and we are all expecting, a great show tomorrow sa B.lEague All-Star game.
Randolph Leongson, our correspondent in Japan covering the B-League. Maraming salamat. I know it's cold there. I know you have to get some work, so go and get it. Maraming salamat, Randolph. Ingat.
Thanks.
All right, so we'll take it back to volleyball after the break. Keep it here. You're watching The Game. Welcome back. You're watching The Game. The volleyball scene in the country is getting more and more exciting, and we've got even more changes over at the PVL ahead of the new conference, with some players set to make significant impact on the Tariflex wearing different jerseys. And
some of them were here on the show.
Some of them were here on the show.
Last week,
That's absolutely true. And we're hoping we have a few of them next week.
For sure.
Let's start off first with Akari in particular.
Yes.
Kasi they made a couple of moves that surprised a few people. Said Domingo coming in, and of course Soltones as well. You take a look at the impact that they're going to have. Said Domingo in particular, the experience that he has coming from Thailand as an import. You could only imagine what that could do to an Akari team already rising.
Yeah, you know, even if Sed didn't go to Thailand as an import,
Yeah.
just how she left Creamline, the player that she was at Creamline, and how she developed there at Creamline. She's a champion. She's a finals MVP. You know, she's going to have a major impact. Fifi is great. They've got some middle blockers there in Akari, but they are young. Sed will bring championship experience. Soltones will bring championship experience. Just the last year, Petrogas, bronze, silver, they had a championship. Yes, they're coming off a tough conference, but Gretzo Soltones. A healthy one,
Yeah.
as we all know, is dangerous. They need attackers, and these two are going to be huge for Akari.
And another team that made a big swing is PLDT.
Yeah.
They made a big splash,
Huge.
especially after the dissolution of F2. And a lot of people were wondering, oh, where will the players go? And all of a sudden, it was PLDT who came up with a big haul with some big names.
Magkakasama. Savvy, of course, is now the main gun of PLDT.
Yeah.
Now she's going to have support. Savvy is still adjusting,
Yes,
to the
yeah,
game.
tama.
She's explosive, but she's adjusting to the game. And now she's going to have support. Your opposite, KKD, you have Majoy Baron, another finals MVP and MVP, and an experienced player na. And Caf and Rhea de Maculangan as setters for PLDT. That is dangerous. My question is, and I would love to ask her, how healthy will KKD be coming into the conference? Yun ang gusto ko malaman.
Tama. You know, this is what I want.
Patanong
also.
natin kay
Exactly.
Randolph!
But that's
Nandun na
true.
siya sa Japan.
Going to Japan, and hopefully we can have them on the show next
Yes,
week. This is an
sure
open
we will.
invite to them for sure.
I'm
Pero with all of the moves happening right now, I don't think we'll be surprised if there are other moves along the fringes that could happen, because the PVL is such a wild west in terms of the player movements.
It's going to be an exciting season, and the build-up is going to be exciting. The interviews here on the show will be also exciting, that's for sure. We're already booking it.
Oh,
Thank
yes.
you for joining us. Happy weekend. I'm Boom Gonzalez.
And I'm Paolo De Rosario. This has been The Game.